Hello everyone! In today's video, we'll talk about the Leonardo AI update from April 17th, 2025. One of the new features is motion control, which significantly simplifies video content creation. Now you can literally feel like a director. Motion control allows you to set how the camera will move. For example, to zoom in, pan, or dolly out. What's especially cool, you can take any image, and it will become the starting point for an animated scene. Leonardo will bring it to life by adding beautiful camera movements. With motion control, you can easily turn images into videos, use ready-made cinematic movements, and in general, create videos that look professional without complicated settings. So if you work with video in Leonardo AI, definitely give it a try. It's really convenient. Important note: on the free version, you only have 150 tokens. Generation using motion costs 250 tokens, so you won't be able to try it for free. But in this video, I'll show you how it works in the paid version so that you can decide whether it suits you and whether it's worth spending money on a subscription. Well then, let's go! To switch to motion control generation from the main screen, go to Video. On the left, in the Settings block, the Motion 2.0 model is already selected by default. If you click on it, you'll see a preview of the available model. As you can see, 3 more models are expected to appear soon, but for now, only Motion 2.0 is available. To begin with, there are already several popular presets and optimized effects commonly used in videos. Let's see what we've got here. If you hover over each option, you can see a small preview of it. The None option is selected by default, in case you don't want to add any motion. Crane down, effect, when the camera moves downward, like on a crane. Crane up, effect, when the camera moves upward, like on a crane. Crash zoom in, a sharp zoom in on the object. Disintegration, an image dissolving effect. Very cinematic. Dolly in, smooth forward movement of the camera. Dolly left, smooth camera movement to the left, like on a dolly. Dolly out, smooth backward movement of the camera. Dolly right, smooth camera movement to the right. Explosion, adds an epic explosion for dramatic scenes. Medium zoom in, slow zoom in on the object. Orbit left, camera rotates clockwise around the object. Orbit right, camera rotates counterclockwise around the object. Tilt down, the camera tilts downward. Tilt up, the camera tilts upward. These techniques are quite popular and actively used in movies, commercials, and music videos. They help make even a simple scene visually engaging and emotionally expressive. Now let's look at the style settings that are available to us. Inside the style settings, there are vibe, lighting, and color theme. Let's start with vibe, mood, and style. By default, no vibe is selected, and here are the options. Clay, looks like a figurine or 3D sculpture. Color sketch, a colorful sketch, like a hand-drawn illustration with vibrant colors. Logo, minimalist and outline-based, suitable for logo style. Papercraft, the object looks like it's made of paper, cute and crafty. Pro photo, professional photo with realistic lighting and focus. Sci-fi, futuristic style, often with tech and neon elements. Sketch, black and white pencil sketch. Stock footage, natural style, like standard stock photos. Next tab is lighting. As in the other tabs, no preset is selected by default. Available lighting settings include backlight, strong backlight, silhouette in darkness, candle lit, soft, warm lighting, like from a candle. Chiaroscuro, contrast of light and shadow, like in classic paintings. Film haze, light haze, like in old films. Foggy atmosphere, soft lighting. Golden hour, warm sunset light, ideal for portraits. Hard light, harsh and clear light with deep shadows. Lens flare, light glare effect on the lens. Light art, art style with bright lights and colors. Low key, dark style with minimal light. Luminous, bright glowing light, great for fantasy. Mystical, magical, mysterious backlighting. Rainy, rain effect with subdued lighting. Soft light, soft and even light, without harsh shadows. Volumetric, volumetric light, like through dust or fog. The next tab is Color Theme, and again, no presets are selected initially. Let's look at the options. Autumn, warm autumn shades. Brown, orange. Complementary, contrasting but complementary colors. Cool, cool tones. Dark, dark palette, almost no bright colors. Earthy, natural earthy colors. Brown, green. Electric, bright, neon-like colors for a dynamic style. Iridescent, shimmering, like oil film or soap bubbles. Pastel, light, delicate colors. Pink, blue, beige. Split, sharp contrast of two main colors. Terracotta teal, mix of terracotta, orange-brown, and teal. Ultraviolet, bright purple and neon palette. Vibrant, very saturated and rich colors. Warm, warm shades, yellow, red, orange. Next, the familiar aspect ratio options are available. 2:3, vertical, slightly elongated format. Good for Instagram, Pinterest, or mobile galleries. 4:5, almost square. Suitable for Instagram, Facebook. 16:9, horizontal format. YouTube standard, presentations. 9:16, fully vertical format. Ideal for TikTok, Instagram stories, YouTube shorts, and Reels. If you're making a YouTube video, choose 16:9 for vertical social media. 9:16 or 4:5 is better. Next is the generation mode setting. Currently, only one option is available. It's Fast 480p. This is the fast mode. The video generates faster, but with lower quality. Quality 720p, high-quality mode is currently unavailable. This mode should generate clearer and more detailed results, but it takes longer. Below is a setting called Prompt Enhance. It controls how the system processes your text prompts before generating an image or video. Prompt Enhance edits or improves your prompt so the result comes out better. It works like an assistant who understands what you meant and makes the request clearer for the model. In automatic mode, short prompts will be enhanced, and long ones will remain unchanged. Convenient if you write briefly, but want a high-quality result. For example, you write Cyberpunk City, and Leonardo in auto mode might add, at night, glowing neon lights, futuristic atmosphere, to make the image more interesting. In on mode, the prompt is always improved, regardless of its length. Good when you want the system to polish the request as much as possible. In off mode, nothing changes. The prompt is used exactly as you wrote it, for advanced users who want full control. In the paid version, you can hide your generations from the community by simply enabling private mode. Below private mode is the Add to Collection section. It allows you to save all future generations to a selected collection, making them easier to find and organize. Collections are like folders where you put your images or videos by theme. You can search for existing collections by name, create new ones, and view all collections. And the key, if you select a collection here, everything you generate afterwards will be automatically saved to it. And finally, there are a couple more options in the Advanced Settings section. Smooth Video is enabled by default. When this option is on, Leonardo adds smooth transitions between frames. This makes animations softer and more realistic, without jerks. If you want a stop motion or choppy style, you can disable it, sometimes used in art animation, but in most cases, it's better to keep it on. Negative prompt is already familiar to us from image generation. If enabled, a restriction field appears where you can specify what should not appear in the video. This field shows up below the main prompt input, usually used to remove typical artifacts, extra fingers, text, etc. At the very bottom, there's a Reset to Defaults button, which lets you revert Leonardo to the original settings after your customizations. We've reviewed the generation settings. As for the prompt section, everything remains the same. The same prompt input field, the same token cost indication on the generation button. The button is inactive until the field is filled. And of course, the image upload button. At the moment, when clicking the image upload button, we'll see the following. Only start frame is available. You choose the image from which the video will start. Leonardo will animate this image by adding camera motion and transitions. This is a great way to turn any image, drawing, photo, art, into a short animated clip. End frame is expected in the future, but it's not available yet. This feature will allow you to specify how the video ends. That is, what the final image should look like. Well, we've completed all the preparatory steps. Now it's finally time to make some exciting generations. I will create several short scenes with different settings to see how everything works. For the first scene, I'll add an image of a mountainous area, a valley, and a waterfall. I'll select Motion Control, Crane Up. Then I'll choose the warm color theme and for lighting, Golden Hour. Note that the size selection is locked because an image with fixed dimensions was selected. A warning also appeared. Styles may impact video quality. Clear them for better results. But we'll ignore it because I want to test the selected settings. Also, even though we added an image, we still need a text prompt. Let's write, cinematic landscape with dramatic mountains, a wide lush valley, and a powerful waterfall in the center, viewed from a drone perspective. Golden sunlight, warm color tones, soft atmospheric haze. Let's click Generate and see what we get. As we can see, the render worked perfectly, just as intended. It's also worth noting that the original was not distorted. The image truly came to life. Now, let's play around with a cat. We'll add an image of a cat. Select Orbit Right and the Color Sketch Vibe. As we can see, the selection of style options when uploading an image doesn't affect the render. Only the selected motion control option has an impact. Our little cat came to life exactly based on the image we uploaded. The camera tries to move in a circular path. Let's now try removing the image and using just a text prompt with the same settings. We'll generate and see the results. Here we can already see that both the Color Sketch Vibe and Orbit Right motion were applied. Since I had a short text prompt, Leonardo automatically extended it based on its own interpretation. So now we can conclude that if you upload an image, there's no point fiddling with style settings. But if you're using only a text prompt, then it's worth experimenting with them. The generated animations last 5 seconds. If you wish, you can combine several 5-second animations into a single complete video using a video editor. That's all for today. We've taken a look at how motion basically works in Leonardo AI. We're looking forward to future updates and the arrival of new features. Wishing you all creative and beautiful generations. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.